a surreal dream world that you've just suddenly entered. It was a quiet, peaceful fall, as I recall. I think I was watching CNN International, looking for any stories that might affect Europe, and the menu was pretty thin up until the disaster struck.
This is a Newsline update. I'm Sergeant Steve German. We break into current news coverage from the United States concerning the attack on the Twin Towers in New York City and the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., with a statement issued by the European Command Chief of Public Affairs, Navy Captain Brian Cullen.
The U.S. European Command has, in response to the tragic events of the last few hours in the United States, taken prudent and immediate steps to best ensure the safety and security of U.S. personnel and their families in theater.
We started gathering information. How does this affect the various commands? What information, what messages did the commanders need to get out right away? We didn't have scheduled newscasts. We just went in, broke in anytime we had something new to bring to the community.
AFIS facilities throughout Europe have been ordered to shut down for the time being, and all Enjoy tours booked through SATO travel offices have been canceled.
EUCOM remains in force protection level Delta.
Somehow, there didn't seem to be a great deal of concern or nervousness among the people here. I think everybody was really very much tied on into getting the job done and getting the information out that we needed to get out.
AFN, American Forces Network.
The 284th BSB Army Community Service in Gießen and in Friedberg.
Radiomoderator Jason Welden ruft seine.
The European media, naturally, when something like this happens, something of this staggering proportions, tries to find reaction just like the American media. And of course they have their correspondents in the States, but they also are very keenly interested in what the Americans stationed over here, especially here in Germany, what they think, what they're doing.
Gary Bautell. Mr. Bautell, in terms of what's to come, what's the mood among the American soldiers? Are they, and perhaps their families, afraid of an impending war?
No, I haven't noticed any fear, per se.
The level of support has just been phenomenal. Most of our emails have actually been from Germans telling us how sympathetic they are with me. I've got over 300 emails just on this machine, and that's just the ones that I can track down. We have lots of email addresses of just Germans pouring out this feeling of sympathy and that they are sort of one with us. And frankly, it's overwhelming.
Sometimes when you're just doing your job, you don't realize the impact that job can have, especially if you get lucky and you do it right.
Our commander has ordered us not to travel to and from work in military clothes.
For the average soldier or dependent wondering what's going to happen at the school, what's going to happen at the base, what's going to happen at the commissary, what can I do, where can I go, how can I get answers, and you turn on the radio or watch the TV and we give them some of those answers, how meaningful that can be. We learned that afterwards.
They're asking people to be patient.
You're watching the American Forces Network. We now return to stateside news coverage in progress.